Enough with the garbage you've been watching out there. We're going to show you details on the one and done, how you could potentially make money in the first 10 minutes of the day and call it a day. No, this is not some weird, disgusting pitch. This is reality. Your P&L squared. We're going to show how you could do that. You want to try the Newsbeat live room for free? We have details on that as well. Our precise daily stock levels are 100% transparent game plan and Forex, as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. As I told you, I shared with you strategies, and I was going to share it with you every day this week. Yesterday, I said I was going to share what happens today, yesterday. So, again, I'm not just using an example. I'm not talking BS. I love how so many traders out there are like, well, I'm a strict, technical analyst, and I respect that. I mean, that was my life for 15 years, and they'll come to you and they'll say the fundamentals don't matter or the news doesn't matter because you can never predict it. Is Netflix going to go up or down? They told me. And like, I get it. I'm not right 100% of the time, and I'm going to show you a prediction I made tonight that for a name that's reporting tomorrow. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be wrong. I have no idea. But I will find out tomorrow, won't I now? So I find it very funny how everybody has such a great strategy, but where is the P&L to back it up? Where's the back testing to back up the strategy? It's very easy to come and spew BS on a mic. Believe me, that's one of the easiest things in the world. But how do you actually bring value to somebody? So I said, you know what I'm going to do today? I ran another back test today to just get the final numbers as of yesterday. I didn't include today's results, which all work, so it actually is a higher number than you'll see, barely. But with that being said, I literally want to show you the one and done strategy and what we're doing to make money in this market. I know I made a few grand. Somebody texted me they made like 7 grand. That was the biggest number I saw off this strategy. So we're sharing Newsbeat strategies that you could add to your trading immediately. I call it simple, easy, effective, or the C strategies because they're really simple, effective, and easy. And as I tell you guys before, I'm not here to waste your time. My time is my most valuable asset. Despite the fact that I'm working nonstop, my time is by far my most valuable asset. And if I'm not bringing you value within this time in which you are watching this, I wasted your time. And if I wasted your time, then I royally screwed up. And that is not what I'm here to do, is to royally screw up. I'm showing you a strategy in which practically every single person in our room crushed today using the same stuff we've been talking about recently. So I want to break it down in a very, very simple manner here. So number one, can you trade for the first 10 minutes and make a living? The answer is yes. The truth is, for the rest of my life as a trader, if I wanted to use this one and done strategy, I could work for 10 minutes for the rest of my life and make a real living. Not, I make a few grand. I don't know what your bills look like. You're like, Mark, I'm part of the royal, I'm royalty and I need, $72,000 a day to make my living. And I'm like, okay, bro, back up. I'm not talking to you. But if you're trying to make like 1 to 500,000 a year, like using a simple strategy with not even a lot of capital. You don't need a lot of money to do this strategy. That is the beautiful thing behind it. It sounds too good to be true. Believe me. If I heard somebody talking to the way that I'm talking to you now, I would call shenanigans in a minute. I'd be like, yeah, okay, all right, bro. Yeah, sure. I heard it all before. And the problem is there's so many garbage people in the industry that share so much garbage with you that when somebody actually comes back tested, prove it, recorded results, recorded P&L, recorded statistics, all of a sudden people are like, oh, well, maybe he's full of garbage too. Well, like I say always, prove me wrong, because you know what I'm going to do on Monday? I'm going to talk to you about the stocks I'm trading tomorrow. All right? Let's go into it. Choose a name with positive or negative news. The best ones are offered daily in the Newsbeat live room. I say that because We are the only room that gives real-time transparency and real-time updates on news flow. We are the only one out there. We're not the only place out there that shares news flow. Look, if you want to hear BS news in your ear all day, turn on CNBC. If you want to hear BS news all day, turn on Bloomberg, turn on Fox, and you can have somebody yap, 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 yap in your ear all day. And we all know how much money that brings to you. Zero. We all know that. So what if somebody is sharing with you a strategy, talking to you about it in the pre-market in real time, executing it in real time after the market opens, and crushing the stock? The only thing I'm not doing is pressing the button on your keyboard. So let's bring you value, whether you are or not part of this room. The truth is, I would really like a service here that really shares our pre-market ideas. We spend some hours and we find the best pre-market ideas possible. Just real quick to show you, here were our morning ideas, and this is how it was labeled. You saw Square, UAL, and NEE. Three simple names, and these are the names I'm going to go over because these are the names I gave in the pre-market in front of over 400 people inside our room. So after the first 1 minute bar closes, and any positive news name, let's say it's a positive news name, right? So if I say upgrade, that's positive news. If I say downgrade, that's negative news. So step 2, after the first 1 minute bar closes, keep looking for the stock to break out of the top of the first candle. So you're looking for the first break of the first minute, and then the strategy is dead for the rest of the day. The first break of the first minute, and you simply set a stop below the bar that you broke out from, and you're golden. You are golden. If it does, simply buy in. I throw in a market order. Set a simple stop below the bottom of the candlestick you choose to buy through. Step 4, take your profits. It's 83.1% effective as of yesterday utilizing these Newsbeat Live names. So again, you're getting these names in the pre-market every single day. We also go over them. I also share with you which ones are my favorite. So let's show you exactly how the one and done strategy, how it's actually done here, how we executed it, how we actually took advantage of it. And we're going to start off with my favorite name on the list, which it's my favorite because I put in quotes. It's my favorite. That's when you just need to, I try to make it as easy as possible. So right back to Square over here, you could see Square opened up, fell on the first minute, 69.43 to 69.10. It then fell again to 68.85. It was pulling down here, and it just kept dropping, and I didn't touch it. Did I buy 68.85? No. The stock popped back up and broke through 69.43. Broke through 69.43. I immediately bought options. Next minute, 69.88. Next minute, 69.89. Next minute, 70.21. Next minute, 70.66. The stock popped $1.20 in 5 minutes. That's my day. Do you understand that that's my day? Now, maybe I'm just showing you some simple example. Most would say, oh, well, he just, went back, looked at the chart. No, I'm showing you everything I focused on today. So we're going to go through the good, bad, and the ugly. We're going to go next to UAL using the same exact methodology. We're looking for any break of the 1 minute candle. I'll go over this one again. I'll show you this one again. I'll talk about it, this one again, but I just want to show you the numbers for now. So we're going to number 2, UAL. Very simple. Let's take it right to the 1 minute. This is a 1 minute chart. What happens? It falls. I'm not even saying you're buying day low here. You're not buying 79.47. Next bar, did you break through the prior candle right here? Did you break the top of this red candle on the next bar? Of course not. You hit a high of 79.73. The next candle you broke through 79.73. And if you bought there, you would have a long. So using my method, let's talk, what you do here. So on this candle, you buy through 79.73. I use a market order. And remember, I'm not giving you these stupid garbage, pathetic names that are like these little $5 pump and dump BS stocks. I'm giving you multi-billion-dollar companies. So when I say you could throw in a market order, I mean there's extremely tight spreads. The spreads are so tight you'll have trouble squeezing some dental floss between them. That's how tight the spreads are on the names I'm giving you. I'm not giving you one of those you could land a 787 jet between the bid and offer here. So when I say throw a market order, I'm keeping you in a safe position mentally here. I'm not screwing with you mentally. I'm actually giving you something that's very safe. So back to UAL, you buy right here through 79.73. You have a stop at 79.50 or a penny below 79.49. I don't really care which one you use, a penny higher or less. And you're literally taking about a 23-cent risk. Let's round it up. Let's say you're taking a 25-cent risk. So you take a 25-cent risk in UAL immediately, 2 minutes later, you're up 53 cents. 2 minutes after that, you're up 80 cents and change, and then you're up over a buck. You're up, a little, about a buck. You're up about a buck. This is a 1 minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minutes. So I said you can make your day in 10 minutes. I'm not even saying you held it through here. I don't even care. Maybe you sold down the very next bar. Maybe you just hyper scalped it. Maybe you sold it a minute and a half later and you caught 50 cents. Who's better than you? 90 seconds to make 50 cents. That's your day. You know what these options did? You know what these $80 calls did? They exploded through the ceiling. A lot of these calls went up 50 to 100%. So on UAL, you could have caught 75% moving these options in English. If you took $500, let's say, worth of risk with no stop loss whatsoever, if UAL could have gotten halted, filed bankruptcy, opened up at zero. If you bought $500 worth of calls, you would lose $500 and your calls would be up 75% immediate. You'd be up like pretty much about $400, let's call it, on a move like that. I mean, if you threw a couple grand at it, I mean, people, 100 shares of UAL is $8,000. I'm saying if you threw $2,000 on it, you'd be up 1,500 bucks in minutes. And again, I'm not showing you like these random names that I'm cherry picking from a tree. I'm showing you the names in which I disclose to the room, in which I tell the room, and I'm telling you every single morning I'm looking to do this off of. I'm here to bring you consistent strategies. In fact, I just wanted to share a quick email. And then we'll get to the last one on the list. Just a really quick email. And basically, it says I blacked out his name and he left me his name and phone number. And he basically said, "Hi, Mark. I have been day trading for more than 3 years. Very tough and awful 3 years. I lost my confidence not only on the way I was trading, but also in my daily life. I tried a lot of trading rooms and got a lot of trading courses, but still I was losing. I lost my hope in trading and I was about to quit trading. That God send the Savior, Mark Melnick. I mean, he's being too kind with his words. It was the Newsbeat Live and especially Mark Melnick that really changed my life. It has been close to 3 months since I joined the Newsbeat Live. In the beginning, I couldn't believe that I was making money, winning trades one after another one. And for the first time in my trading career, I traded options. Now I only trade options in quotes. I made more money since I joined the Newsbeat Live than my last 3 years of trading. I still feel that I have a lot of psychological toxicity, puts in quotes, that's my favorite words, residue, that it prevent me to get advantage of the excellent calls you make in the room, but I am trying hard. One thing I find it can cure the previous I think you mean psychological toxicity, is listening to your previous Newsbeat Live on YouTube. I still can't believe the change in my life. I thank God for showing me the way to trade through you, and I pray for you, not that you need my pray. Thank you so much for trying your best for helping us every day, and I wish you the best. I hope I follow your calls more often in the near future. I wanted to write you sooner, but as you can see, I am not good in writing. Thank you so much, sincerely." He's a member of the Newsbeat Live Room for the past 3 months. This came in an hour ago. I'm not cherry picking. These testimonials flow in all the time. And I just wanted to say, what a beautiful testimonial, actually showing you that, you have changed somebody's life with these strategies. So when I'm coming to you with these strategies, everybody has a good strategy. Everybody has, discipline and remain this and remain this. I do as much as I can. Um, I know, right, Mitch? I didn't know, like, even what to I don't even know how to respond to that email. I didn't even respond to it yet. I just feel so blessed that I'm helping people, and this was what really brings me pushes me forward to bring you guys consistency. So back to the Back to the strategy here. You're going to be right 8 out of 10 times or more as of yesterday, following my names on average as of this year, um, is how this strategy works. The best one, and again, you could use every other strategy you're using. It's just really for the first 5, 6, 1 to 10 minutes of trading. That's really all you're dedicating to this strategy. And can you trade for the first 10 minutes and make a living? So I went back and I actually saw how much money I made on the one and dones since 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, how much money do you think I've made using this strategy before I figured it out and before I even realized what I was doing, before I was able to put it together? How much money do you think I made since the year 2016 to today? It's about 2.5 years using the one and done strategy. How much money do you, I mean, I trade so many news flow names intraday. I do overnights. How much money did I make just strictly on this strategy? No, Art. I did not make 10 million. I should have. No, active, I'm not. This is only the long one in which I'm showing you. Okay, the answer is $427,000, 529.83 cents. Let's call it 400,000, okay? I made over $400,000 doing this one and done strategy. Okay? I have several other strategies. I do a million other things. I'm not a one-trick pony, but this is a trick which has brought me in money consistently. Money consistently. So here are again the rules. Let me finish it up with the last name here, NEE. This was my least favorite name of the list. And let's see what exactly happened here. So one and done strategy. Here's the first 1 minute. It falls, pops up here, breaks through 169.99, and you have a stop at 169.70. So you bought through here. You basically bought 170, let's call it, and you have a stop at 169.70. You're taking a 30-cent risk. I'm going to zoom out and show you. This is what it did for the entire day. That was the day low at 169.70. It actually hit 169.70. Never would have stopped you out and would have climbed all the way up to 170.63. And if you held it stubbornly, 170.150, you would have never gotten stopped out. Now, this one, you know, would have popped up, would have given you 35 cents right away. And if you didn't take it, you probably would have had to hold that thing a little longer, maybe 15, 16, 17 minutes. But as you can clearly see, I did not trade this one. I didn't even trade the UAL. I traded Square, and I did pretty damn well for a 1 minute strategy on Squared. But this stock kept going up, and you could see that it worked on all three names. What a coincidence. And you know what I'm going to show you Sunday night, because we don't do Newsbeat shows on Friday evening. We only do it the day before trading, so we do it Sunday evening. You know what I'm going to show you tomorrow? Not tomorrow, but Sunday. I'm going to show you the names we trade tomorrow. So very important to take advantage of that. We are showing you real strategies, real things. So those were the details on the one and done. If you have any questions on the one and done, if you're in the room, obviously ask in the room. You could always email me, mark.melnick at T3Live, or simply post a comment, ask a question. I'm always here to help you. You couldn't do this job in which I'm doing now if you didn't care about helping other people. You have to care about helping other people. Otherwise, you're going to be a crummy broadcaster, and this would be a crummy show. So number three, you want to try the Newsbeat live room for free? There's a description in the comment for a free open house. You get all these levels, all these stocks that I'm giving you these one and dones to test on, and you're going to get that Monday through Friday next week, and it's 100% free. Take advantage of it if you would like. Don't if you won't. Our precise daily stock levels right over here. So I added IWM to the list, by the way. You can go ahead and screenshot that. We called the dead bottom and the spiders today and the SPY. That was a really nice call. But yeah, this is what we're watching for tomorrow. These are my algorithmic lines. Feel free to screenshot that if you would like. And then, of course, I'm going to go into my game plan in Forex. Very simple game plan. We're watching Squared. All right, so I'm not actually currently holding any more Squared, but you could see the stock exploded here to the upside, even when the market was going a little red today. Look how news names hold up. See, let me just show you the difference between trading news names and non-news names. Here's Squared. Here's a 5 minute of Squared today, right? Look at a 5 minute of the triple Qs. Ugh. Oh, what the heck is that? Ew. Look at a 5 minute of the spiders. Ew. By the way, we called this dead bottom today at 10 o'clock a.m. That was nice for you guys in the room. But ew, what is this disgusting choppy formation? Look at squared. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful that held. Oh, you want to judge me on the other names I gave? Because I gave you three names. I gave you squared. Look at UAL. Wow. Wow. Look at UAL. How beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that one held up. How about the last one? NEE. Wow. Look how beautiful that held up. Notice that these names hold up better than non-news names. You want to know the importance of news? Anybody who tells you news is not an important thing in your analysis is oversimplifying things, and I would say you have about a 95% chance of failure with whoever's telling you that. And it's not coming from a bad place. People who tell you news don't work just simply never figured it out. The truth is, everything works and everything is effective in the market. Some people have figured it out, some people haven't. I haven't figured out every single thing in the market. Guess what? I probably will never. However, I do know the power of news flow, and I do know the power of looking at a name that held up beautifully today, like Squared. And what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's not, an absolute coincidence that I come out and say, "Oh, this is my favorite name this morning," and we're scalping it using the strategy I'm sharing with you. Okay, it's not a coincidence. These things are the most effective, the most consistent thing when it comes to stock market trading. That's why I have the track record to prove it. That's why I have the track record to prove it. See, many people, they don't like to talk about their track record. They would just rather give you, if they're positive, they'll give you a number. They'll be like, yeah, I made $100,000. And you'll be like, well, how much money did you have? And they're like, oh, you're managing like $500,000. That's still pretty good. You made 100,000 in a year. But when I come to you and I show you how, on a sub account, how I can make $100,000 using a $25,000 account in 4 or 5 months, I mean, that is a true strategy. That is something that is producing consistency. It's one thing to make money, it's another thing to make money consistently. If you're not making money consistently, you will burn out. I could show you so many profitable traders who make millions who just burn out of the market. They just can't make money anymore. Their heads just burn out. They can't offer the same services that they used to, and it's not their fault. Their brains won't allow them to do it because they're not making money consistently. They're dealing with just as much pain and hardships as they are rewards and enjoyment, and they can't click it. That's why when I come to you, I backtest these strategies and I show you things like 83.1% effective, you know, 83.1% effective. That's why it's okay to lose money on a strategy like this. Granted, coincidentally, all three of them would have worked. What a coincidence. Guess what? What are the odds that the vast majority, if not all the names I give you tomorrow in the morning are going to work with this strategy? What are the odds? I don't know, 83.1% every time, approximately, I would guess. Think about that. So now I want to share with you a name I took an overnight in. So, coming from my Twitter feed, and I know, oh God, I feel like such an ass because I'm the guy who always tells you, don't follow my Twitter feed. But I went ahead and I took some lotto calls. It was 11 cents in General Electric. I took 14 and a half calls expiring next week. I paid 11 cents for them, which is each contract cost me $11. For those who are not familiar with options. And this was my call. They're reporting tomorrow morning. This was the only thing I gave. I have no idea how they're going to open tomorrow. I have no idea what they're going to do. I have no idea if they're going to gap up or down, but I am making a bet and I am putting my money where my mouth is. So I just wanted to share that I think there's a decent chance General Electric could gap up tomorrow. And of course, I'm sharing this with in my room in real time before the market actually closes. How about our game plan in Forex? Again, our game plan just very simple was UAL on the daily here. Just looking for a break of today's high of 80.92 for follow through to the upside. I'm extremely bullish still on UAL. I still think this thing can go parabolically higher. And I'm just looking for that beautiful follow through. That's it. Very simple. That's it. Just a very bullish name. Looking for the follow through. How about I give you true transparency? How about I don't give you a bunch of ideas and saying, well, this is what I'm looking at, and this helps me. You know, it's really funny when people actually come to you and they're like, well, I use this to give me an idea of this, and I use this to give me an idea like this. And some people actually think that that's value. Like some people think that that's actual value. And the funny thing is, it isn't. It isn't. Unless you're really teaching someone, you know, you know, what to actually do. The problem is when you're writing like a black box code, if then scenarios are very effective because you have to tell the black box exactly what to do. If something happens, then do this. If something happens, then do that. As a human trader, you can't really put yourself, I feel, it's my opinion. I don't really think you could put yourself in if then scenarios because what happens is, for example, if I came to you and I'll make an up Amazon. Support here is at 1800. If we're able to hold above 1800, then see what I did there? We could go above 1850. If we're not able to hold above 1800 here, then there's a chance we fall to 1750. Do you realize what I just did? I basically I basically spewed vomit all in your face. I was like, "Bleh." That's what it was like. It was like, see that? That's what I did. Diarrhea of the words. That's what I did. Why? Why is that if then scenario BS? So if Amazon hold, I'll never be wrong no matter what Amazon does. Do you understand that? No matter what Amazon does, I'm not bringing any value to you. If Amazon's at 1800, what do you do? All right, it goes to 1805. You buy it now because it could go to 1850, but then it drops to 1795. Then what do you do? Do you short it because it goes to 1750? Then it goes back to 1800, and now you just chopped yourself around and lost money. Like, what do you do? What do you mean if then? The only time you could give an if then scenario is if is when you do it the way, not to sound conceited, the way I do it. So for example, we called the dead low in real time in the spiders this morning. And it was based off, hey, what do you know? An algorithmic trend line. So I basically said, if the spiders flush through 279.53, then I'm going to buy it. And I don't know if it's gonna how much it'll go up. That's what I said. I don't. So spiders broke 279.50 at 279.46. I bought the calls at dead bottom, the dead bottom of the spiders. I bought the calls. And the spiders shot up and never looked back for the entire day off that level. Now, I could have, an if then scenario has to be followed with a definitive action, not an alternate action. Meaning, if this happens, I'm buying it. Not if Amazon holds above 1800, it could go to 1850. If Amazon tests 1800, I'm buying it there because then I'm doing it because it could go to 1850. Do you understand the difference between having vomit spewed in your ears and actually getting value from someone? I would rather have somebody be wrong and actually talk to me the way I do than actually just give you what if scenarios. If this happens, then this. If that, then this. Too many analysts do it on Wall Street, and it's honestly one of the most disgusting practices I've ever seen in my life. It's like the zero value squad, and they're there to ensure that no matter what they say, they'll be 100% right, and they'll leave you to guess what to do. When I show you the one and done strategy, and again, I'm here to help you. When I'm saying this, I'm saying throw in a market order, buy it, go through here. This is what I do. This is what I'm doing. I can't legally tell you to buy or sell a stock, but I'm spelling it out for you. I'm spelling out where the entry is and I'm spelling out where the stop loss is. I'm not spelling out where your exit is if you take profits because the truth is, I don't know. I'm not always selling at the day highs, but I'm almost always making money when I buy something. You see the difference? That is what you have to try to adapt to. So of course we do have the free trial next week, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going into oh, did I share with you my Forex trades yet? I think I did. Share them just one more time. Um right over here. Again, buy and sell. There's one short order, one long order. You get my size, you get my symbols. Guess what, guys? If this symbol gets to 0.72702, I'm buying it. Then I'm looking for a take profit here and a stop loss here. That's value. Okay? These are all my names. Feel free to screenshot it if you'd like. Feel free to come back and watch it if you'd like. My Forex has been absolutely on fire recently. Go figure. Of course, now we go into our full stock analysis. That is for Newsbeat Live members only. You could also have access to this if you join the room for a free trial Monday through Friday next week. Take a look in the description. There is a ton of value there. I hope you guys enjoyed the Newsbeat show. Happy trading, make money. Be sure to ask any questions you may have. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a reason from the value we give why we are the fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money. We'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.